Uh, this is a PvP build, namely around the Icy Rain with the backfire. And as you can see, pretty tanky. What you're looking to do is stack crit chance on it to proc Frost Vortexes. And you're more of a skirmish player, more of a support player, so you're not going to be really killing people. You're going to be setting up those people to get killed by others. But the good news is in the 1v1, you pretty much always win unless they have ratatouilles and know how to shoot and then dodge roll. But if they do get caught in a frost vortex, it's pretty much over for them. Basically, what happens, you spray down with this icy rain, and within the first 3 shots, usually I get a frost vortex, and then you shoot them with the backfire, and then swap back to icy rain. But with this, you use the rapid shot calibration. Uh, doesn't really matter. You're not going to be killing people with the backfire. You're using it purely for the 3 second stun. And then the icy rain, you want double crit chance for it. You could use mag capacity, or you can use, I think it's called the boost style, which is 10% attack damage, and then you get like a bullet back every time you get shot. Both of them work pretty well. And then for the gear, you're going to be using a 4-piece savior um, with a heavy mask and the covert walker shirt. This is a must. You need this in order to keep people from getting out of your frost vortexes. You can also use the fish. I mainly use this to keep people who are trying to fish me from fishing me. Most of the time, if somebody's trying to fish you, they'll shoulder check you. To counter that, you just right click them with the fish for the heavy attack. And both of you will be frozen or they'll be frozen. Um, Aside from that, for the mods, what we have here, this is the big one, Frosty Blessing. Uh, you need this to stay in the fight. If it's a 1v1 situation and somebody's sitting in the Frost Vortex, if you have 24k health, they're not going to be able to kill you. As long as you're like rolling around shooting, you're going to get the health back from your Frost Vortexes that are expiring. And if you just beam somebody, and you could probably heal for 30% of your HP a second because of how many Frost Vortexes you're spawning. So you just hold your left trigger, and it's pretty toxic. Aside from that, backfire, you can run Vortex Multiplier. It doesn't really matter which one you run on this. Honestly, if I had another Frosty Blessing, I'd probably run that. I just don't have a good one. But you want to run another Frosty Blessing for it. And then for the gear, definitely Fateful Strike. You're looking for weapon damage reduction and health percent mainly. The damage doesn't really matter. You don't. You're not here to kill people, right? You're here to frost them up. So mainly you want to stack health. And right now I don't have a lot of mods with health percent, but that's what you really want to look for is weapon damage reduction, gold with a health percent modifier. For the mask, you're doing life force boost. For the chest, life force boost. For the legs, life force boost. And then for the boots, life force boost. This is a good example of one you want 6% weapon damage reduction with max HP percent, like I was saying. Yeah, if you get that, that's a god life force boost. Aside from that, for the gloves, you're going for crit boost, the 15%. This is a pretty good one. Again, the damage doesn't matter. You will kill them through attrition if you just stack weapon damage reduction with health percent. The gun does plenty of damage on its own. It reloads itself, so if somebody gets caught in your frost vortex, it's like catching them in an arena, and they gotta go a full 3 rounds with you. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Um, Cradle is always different each season, but you know, this is the one I'm running for this server. I don't care about the shotgun cradle. You're not killing anybody with the shotgun. You just do the SMG, roll, heal time, brawl boost, tactical, weak spot, sustain, and then the run speed. For food, honestly, I for this server I've been running the canned meat, but I think honestly with the meta turning into Ratatouille because of how far and fast you run, my gear's set up more for defense and being a stationary turret and firing my weapon. In the future, next server, I'm probably gonna run more mobility, more stamina with Ratatouille, so I can jump in and out of fights easier or chase people down who also have high mobility. This game's just turned into a full mobility game, so definitely get all the different hides and stuff for mobility, for that extra stamina, and run Ratatouille. You want like 3 bars of stamina basically. I only have 1.5 or a quarter, which is not that great. One thing that is really funny is the lightning gene. If you do frost people up and they start shooting you and you're tanking their bullets, they will spawn a lightning on themselves and they will just kill themselves. So make sure you pop that. I'm pretty spacey, so I forget it. But that's pretty much the build, guys. One cool little aspect you could use is these frost grenades. These do count with Frosty Blessing. So if you're running around with your gun, you're chucking Frosty Blessings, you're getting that health back once these expire. These are Frosty Frost Vortexes, so you could use them when people get behind cover, or they're, whatever. If you can't shoot them, definitely throw the Frost Grenades. They are very annoying. And that's pretty much it. Always run for the Deviant, the Mini Wonder. I have a pretty cool one. I think the best one you really want is a Growing Pains 3 Mini Wonder. And I have Heavy and Solid, which is really hard to get, but this gives torso damage reduction 15%, which is insane.